We're going to go to our third caller calling in, Miss Ally Goldwater. Ally, thank you so much for calling in to Stay Paid. Welcome to the show.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you all?
We are doing fantastic. Where are you calling in from, Ally?
Northern Virginia.
Northern Virginia. What parts?
We're close.
About 30 miles south of DC.
Okay, so Stephen and them are in Lynchburg, Virginia.
Yep.
So, a couple of hours. And Stephen and I grew up in Fluvanna County, which is outside of Charlottesville, Virginia.
Lovely.
Yep, so we grew up there. So I'm up in PA now with Reminder Media and the Stay Paid.
You're
podcast.
a Yankee now.
Yeah, I guess so. I don't like it. I don't know. But Ally, how long have you been in the business?
I decided after working for an investor in 2020, why not, right?
Let's go.
I got my license.
Wow. Okay. So got your license. And how has 2025, the first quarter, been for you? How many transactions or how much volume?
So I've had an amazing start to the year. I wrote down my goals, and one of them was to have and sell a listing over $2 million, and I have one under contract now.
Let's go. Love hearing that.
But
awesome.
Speak what you want, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you got to put it out there. So what can we help you with? What's your question? How can we help you grow your business?
So I've been actually asked this in relation to mine, so I would love to know your take. What is the one misconception people have about your field, and how would you like to clear that up?
The one misconception people have about our field. So we have two different fields. So Stephen and Cody are running the real estate business, so it'd be interesting to get their take. And Josh and I are really running a marketing company. I think the biggest misconception with marketing that we run into all the time is expectation of result.
Oh, that's what I was going to say.
Oh, there you go. So we're thinking alike. Meaning, I think when people sign up for marketing, they expect instant gratification.
Yeah.
But if it was that easy, we'd be on a beach, somewhere, right? Retired. And it's constantly fighting the expectation. And I think there's a valuable lesson there for anybody growing their business. And this would apply to you, Ally, in the real estate business is relationships live and die by expectations. And the expectations that you enter in with when you're having that, listing presentation with the seller or the buyer's consultation, and how you set that expectation will dictate not only the experience they have, but ultimately what will dictate for you the referrals that they will give you in the future. And so the question I always ask myself is, when we sell Ally to come be a client of Reminder Media, or we sell Cody and Stephen to use our marketing, what is the expectation that we're giving to them? And how do we make it so it's a solid expectation, so we basically over-deliver? Because if you over-deliver and you do the unexpected, that's what creates raving fans. People rave when they get the unexpected. And a lot of times they get unexpected bad service, and that's why they rave poorly and bad reviews. But what you're looking for is, Ally, how do you as a real estate agent for this $2 million one that you have right now, you already have got that said and done, but let's say it's the next one. How do you do what others don't? So they expect you to list their property. They expect you to sell it. They expect you to get the price they want. They expect you to negotiate. All those things are amazing and you do it, but no one raves about getting what they expected because they feel they're paying for that. How do you do something that's unexpected in the process of the buyer's journey? And that is what will create raving fans. And that's what causes people to not only come back and use you, but tell their friends and family and write great reviews. That's my take on the marketing side. I'll pass it over to you, Cody.
Yeah, I'd say for the agent side, it's really just like the idea that you can be educated in real estate and that you're just going to receive business, right? And it's like people come in all the time, they take the test, and they're honestly really smart individuals, and they come set up shop and they're just expecting business to come their way. So that's the number one disconnect. For the consumer, it's that, that you can just stick a sign in the yard and put a listing up, right? And it's just going to sell by itself, which they just doesn't understand. They don't understand the action that it takes, the massive communication, right, that it's going to take to get the listing sold.
Which for our side of things, I take it more of like, hey, they have a misconception, but it doesn't mean that it's not truth to them. So what we need to do is provide and prove our value of what kind of like Luke was going off of expectations to prove. Sure. I mean, I get why putting, your sign in the yard and, 3 years ago, that worked.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
That worked. So it's not necessarily a misconception in that point, but where we're at now in the market, like you need the value add that a realtor brings of having off-market buyers ready and all the marketing and all the resources that a realtor has. But that's what I would say.
Do you find you guys prove that out by data in your listing
Absolutely.
presentations and stuff like that? Is that how you build
Great
trust?
point. I was going to a listing appointment. I actually lost a listing appointment for the first time in a while because I wasn't in the game. And
First time in a while, folks.
I sat down with Cody. I was like, man, I need to revamp my listing presentation. I need to. And the first thing I did was I went online. I grabbed my stats for how many listings we had sold over 100%, of list price, and went into the appointment, showed him the data, and got that $730,000 listing. So it is about that.
Yeah, and the appointment, they should be thinking, what value are you bringing?
Yeah.
And then you should be showing, this is the value that I bring.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's well said. Hopefully, Ally, that gives you some answers to your questions. Anything else we can help you with in growing your business before we let you go?
No, but I would love your contact information. Maybe next year I have one down. I don't really use service down the Radford area.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Same with you. Same with you. Yeah, we'll get it after this call.
Yeah, so you want to, Ally, if you're on Instagram and Facebook, if you're not, you should be. Let's friend up. Let's connect on LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook. And if we can help you, we'd love to. We really appreciate you calling in and giving your question, because this not only hopefully helps you, but it's going to help everybody who's listening.
Yeah, I would definitely send this out to folks I know, because I think the importance of doing something outside my comfort zone. So here I am.
Yeah.
I love it. Yeah, that's
Thank
why
you,
you're
Ally.
already killing it. That's why you're already killing it. Congrats.
Have a great day.
Thank you so much, guys. Bye.
See you, Ally. Bye.
Bye now.